if you've been trying to get your GRE vocabularies to stick, I know how it feels. I understand the frustration. I've been there. About 2 months into my preparation for my GRE, I was still struggling with memorizing my words because there were a lot of things just going on. But I finally added it, and now I've successfully memorized 700 words and still counting because I've not taken my exam yet. I'm just sharing my journey with you. Hey guys, my name is Samuel Adebola, and I'm a graduate currently preparing for my GRE examination. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing what changed, how I approach my vocabulary, and what made the difference between then and now. So let's get right into it. To put things into proper context for you, when I started, I was pumped, learning new words, and yeah, I feel the first 60 words were easy. But then I began to realize that I was settling, right? I was becoming comfortable with those words that I know already. So instead of me learning new words, the fear of the challenge became so overwhelming that most times I tend to just practice the words I already know rather than learn new words that I would add to my vocabulary bank. And yes, over time I made slow progress. Probably in a week I learned just 30 words, sometimes 10 words, and it was very, very, very discouraging because when you look at the amount of time you already spent on this thing, you feel that you should have gotten to somewhere reasonable by now, but wasn't the case for me. But then I spoke to a friend of mine and I realized where the problem was at. And the problem basically was me choosing perfection over progress. I wanted to be 100% sure that I knew this word, even though every time I'm using my flashcard, I know the meaning of this word because I can say the meaning without it being revealed to me yet. Well, it just seemed very, very, very strange that I still wanted to practice that word because I thought I didn't know. But then I decided to choose progress over perfection. Instead of me trying to say I'm perfect at this, instead of me trying to form some sort of perfection, I don't know if that's the right word. So I decided to just choose progress, right? So what I mean by choosing progress is that I decided to believe that this word that I've learned, they are sticking. And I didn't just do that. I coupled that with some good and very important learning techniques that I'll share later in this video. Active recall and spaced repetition. I coupled it with that. And presently, like I said earlier in the video, I'm at 700 words and I'm still counting till the day of my exam. So what I want you to do is that I want you to examine yourself because the diagnosis is going to be different for everyone. What is causing an hindrance to you learning your vocabulary is going to be different from what is causing an hindrance to someone else's progress. So examine yourself and look at what you feel you are doing that you shouldn't be doing, right? For my own case, it was choosing to be perfect over choosing to progress. For your own case, it might be that you are not actually taking out time to study those words. For another person's case, it might be that you are rushing. You are not doing the words, but you are just rushing. So when you come back to it, you feel discouraged because you've forgotten, right? So just examine yourself, look inward. The way I used the two study techniques I spoke about earlier, spaced repetition and active recall, was that first of all, which I would advise, I downloaded the Anki flashcard app. Then the word list I'm using is the Greg Maths word list. So I installed it. I think if you search online, you would find an extension that would work well with the Anki. So you can just import it to your Anki flashcard and it set up itself automatically. It's not something too serious. So after I did that, the words were about 960. I think I'm to learn 960 Greg Maths words, but they were broken into a set of 30 words each. What I did was that I learned 30 new words. Then I make sure I try and test myself on the previous word by just looking at them and trying to recall their meanings. And here's where the spaced repetition part makes sense. Because if you are using the Anki flashcard app, it automatically spaces it for you based on what you choose. If you choose easy, hard, or again, right? It basically sets the timer for when next that word would appear. So how that aids your operation is that it makes sure you learn new words and also makes sure you review the words that you've learned, right? And it makes sure you review the words that you've learned in such a way that you don't have to do it every day. Based on the difficulty level you assign to each word, it automatically spreads it out to when next it deems fit that you'll be ready to look at this word again, so as to help your brain recollect. I know what I'm saying makes sense. Now, if you want to learn more about spaced repetition and active recall and how it works, I did a video on that. I'll link it or I'll tag it at the end of this video. But yes, that was what I did basically. And using spaced repetition and active recall was really a game changer, coupled with the fact that I chose progress over perfection. So while you are learning the words, don't stay hooked on what you know. It's easy for us as human beings, easy for the brain to get comfortable with what we know already, rather than seek out challenge. We shy away from challenge and we try and stay within our comfort zone. So don't do that. Rather than do that, make sure you are progressing, make sure you are learning new words. So if you are watching and you're struggling with your vocabulary, here's my advice for you. Don't stay in your comfort zone. You feel safe, but there's no growth there. Believe that you can learn tough words. Your brain is more capable than you think. Use the tools you already have, but be honest with yourself about how you are using them. If you do these 3 things, I promise you will see a change in how you memorize your words. So I hope this helps someone who feels stuck in their vocab learning process for their GRE. If I'm paying for your GRE, I'm also preparing for my GRE. I've not taken the test yet. But yes, I would like us to walk through the process together. If you can subscribe. And yes, I'll be posting more updates on my preparation for my exam and when I'll be writing my exam and the outcome of my exam. So thank you very much. I really sound valuable. I'll see you in the next video.